Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Dark Glitter Sessions. I'm your host, Jaime Bennett. Don't mind the way I look. I just got out of the shower, and it is what it is, Anyhow, enough about that. This episode is about the band Jinjer, and I'm doing this episode because one of my audience members, thank you very much, said that I should do an episode on Jinjer. So here's the funny thing. I decided to do this episode on Jinjer for their wishes, and Jinjer is actually coming on tour in the Atlanta area. They're coming to Alpharetta, Georgia on August 1st at the Ameris Bank Amphitheater. Hey, if any of you want to sponsor me and, make it possible for me to get to that Jinjer concert, I would be more than happy to do a review of that concert and try my best to get pictures at that concert. I am always looking for sponsors. I don't mention it a whole lot because I don't want people to think, give me money. That's not what this show is about. This show is about my passion for metal music, my passion for music in general. And whenever I can, I do try to go to concerts and do concert reviews for this show. So this episode is going to be a little bit different. I have not made it to a Jinjer concert. I have heard of them and they are awesome. I really love their music. I have listened to some of their music, so I'm glad that the audience members suggested that I do a review and talk about the band Jinjer. So here we go. Like I said, I have not been to any of their concerts. I would like to. That's something that would be very, very interesting. And they are coming to the Atlanta area. Like I said, they're coming to Alpharetta, Georgia on August 1st. And they're going to be at the Ameris Bank Amphitheater. And they're on the Disturbed Take Back Your Life tour. So not only do people or anybody who goes to the concert get to see Jinjer, but they also get to see Disturbed. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so there's that. Let's get into it here and tell you a little bit about Jinjer's history, if I can find my page. And of course, this is from wikipedia.org. I think is one of the more reliable sources for band history and one of the more reliable sources for a lot of information. I love Wikipedia. Not sponsored by Wikipedia, by the way, but I do love Wikipedia. That's where I do find a lot of my information. So Jinjer is a Ukrainian metalcore band from Donetsk. And yes, I had to look up how to pronounce that because I did not want to do the infamous Jaime thing and butcher that word. So they are from Donetsk. They were formed in 2008, and none of the founding members remained with the band. The current lineup considers 2009 as its official year of formation, with the arrival of singer Tatiana Shmoluk. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but she's an amazing singer and guitarist from Roman. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word, so we will spell it for you. IBRAMKHALILOV. It looks like I needed to look up some other words to pronounce because I don't want to butcher any of the words in this information for you all. The band has since added bassist Eugene, and then hard to pronounce last name, ABDUKHANOV, and drummer Vladislav, and then the last name ULASEVICH. This is really testing my pronunciation. I really do need to, look up all these words better know how to pronounce them. Most recent album, Wallflowers, was released in August 2021. And the history is Jinjer was formed in 2008 by singer Maxim, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the last name, guitarist Dermertra Okasin, and bassist Yoloski Savinar, and drummer, I'm not going to pronounce this, Vyachheslav, and then the last name Okhrimenka. I don't want to butcher their names. I don't want to be disrespectful in butchering their names, so I will just spell them for you. This lineup released the 4-song EP Objects and Mirror Are Closer Than They Appear. In 2009, Fatalov was replaced by Tatiana, and Roman joined on second guitar in 2011. Oloskini Savinar was replaced by Eugene, while Okhrimenka was replaced by Olosknar, and then I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I am very sorry for butchering these names. This lineup self-released the EP Inhale, Do Not Breathe in 2012, and Jinjer began relentlessly touring on their own funds. That's incredible. That is incredible for a band to do that. When I was talking about Motionless in White, and the fact that they self-distributed their first album is just incredible. Like, I have nothing but respect for bands who do that, who want it so bad and who are so passionate about their music that they do stuff like that. So they began relentlessly touring on their own funds. They were noticed by the Leaders Records in late 2012, and Inhale, Don't Breathe was officially re-released in 2013 in an extended format with 3 live tracks. The band won the Best Ukrainian Metal Act Award held by KYIVS INSHAMUZYKA label in 2013. They would win the award again in 2016. Jinjer self-released their first full-length album, Cloud Factory, in 2014. The record featured another new drummer, YEVHENMATULIN. It would later be picked up and re-released by their current record label, Napalm. Napalm releases a lot of incredible bands. I love that record label. Like, that would be incredible to even work for that record label. That would be a dream come true. Like, they release a lot of amazing artists. Jinjer began touring internationally and personally booked their own shows. Again, incredible. Personally booked their own shows. The final remaining founding member, Dmitria Oskin, departed in 2015 and was not replaced, leaving IBRAMKHALILOV as sole guitarist. I'm sorry I'm having to spell these, but I really do not want to butcher their names. I don't want to be seen as disrespectful. After several tours around the world, they released their second full-length album, King of Everything, in 2016. Along with the single Pieces, Demetria Kim served as drummer on the album. Videos for Pisces. I really need to wear my glasses. I Speak Anatomy became popular on YouTube in 2021. Metal Hammer placed Pisces at number 74 in their list of the 100 greatest metal songs of the 21st century. Shortly after the release of King of Everything, drummer Vladislav joined, and the band's lineup has remained stable since. In 2017, Jinjer committed to 2 tours across Europe in support of Arch Enemy, followed by their first tour of North America alongside Cradle of Filth in 2018. The band also reissued their 2014 album Cloud Factory on Napalm Records in February of 2018. I almost said 2020. In September of that year, Jinjer landed on the Billboard Next Big Sound chart. They released the 5-track EP Micro in January of 2019, followed by tours with Amorphous, Soilwork, and Nailed in Obscurity. Their next full-length album, Macro, was released in October 2019 and featured experiments in reggae and progressive rock. Loudwire named it one of the 50 best metal albums of 2019. Jinjer was forced to cancel several tours, including their first in Latin America, due to COVID-19. That got a lot of bands, and it's really awful. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they released the live album Alive in Melbourne in November 2020. They then returned to Casca record studios in KYLV in March 2021. Their fourth full-length album, Wallflowers, was released on August 27th. Loudwire ranked it among the best rock metal albums of the year, again, placing it at number 21. In March of 2022, it was reported that Jinjer had paused their career to focus on relief efforts in Ukraine after Russia invaded the country. 1 month prior, in June 2022, Jinjer announced that they received permission from the Ukrainian Ministry of Culture to leave Ukraine and tour as ambassadors of the nation. That is incredible, and I love hearing that. Their musical style and influence. Jinjer have mentioned many influences for their music, including Guano, Apes, Slayer, Death, Pantera, and Ananthium, and I cannot pronounce that. Anathema. I'm sorry. Lamb of God, and 12-Foot Ninja. While explaining their influences, the band have noted that other metal acts like Opeth, Carnival, and Textures, in addition to groups across the spectrum of R&B, soul, funk, jazz, reggae, and hip-hop, such as Cypress Hill and House of Pain. They have been noted for progressive experiments with genres such as R&B, soul, funk, jazz, and reggae, and groove metal. Bassist Eugene has been noted for his use of 5-string bass to supplement the group's sound since Roman became the sole guitarist. The band's more recent releases have featured lyrics addressing the war in Donbass and its effects on their home region of Donetsk. So, yes, they've had a lot of former band members. Looking at it here, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 former band members, and only 4 remain in the current lineup. That's incredible. I know other bands that I'm a huge fan of, like Black Veil Brides, I believe Motionless in White. They've all changed out band members over the years. It's hard for metal bands to keep with the original members because, people go off, they grow up, they get lives of their, they get family lives, they get lives that don't include the band in their future. And it's sad, but I mean, it happens. Like, bands change out band members all the time. Like I said, Motionless in White, Chris Motionless is, I believe, the only original band member left out of that band. But the band lineup that they have now is incredible, and they have been together for several years. So, I mean, just because a band doesn't have the original lineup doesn't mean that they're not good. They are really great. It's just that, people graduate from college. A lot of these bands start their careers, or they form when they're teenagers. A lot of times they form when they're like 16 or 17, and they go their separate ways because maybe they get families, or maybe their future career doesn't include a metal band. But there's so many incredible metal bands out there, and I think it's fascinating that Jinjer does play around with R&B and jazz and funk. I think, in my opinion, musicians who do that, who go outside of the box and experiment with other forms of music, it makes them more diverse, and it makes them, create masterpieces. I don't know how else to say it, but it helps them to create masterpieces. Like, I have nothing but respect for Jinjer and Motionless in White and Sleeping with Sirens and Black Veil Brides and Maria Brink. Like, I'm just, naming a few bands or artists that I really respect. And like, it takes a lot. Like, a lot of times people think that heavy metal music is about screaming. Do you know how much effort it takes for a heavy metal artist to be able to do a blah, or to be able to scream like people say? It takes a lot of effort, and it does take a lot of practice. Like, that's not done easily. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to do it properly, because if you don't do it properly, you're going to blow your vocal cords and you're going to injure yourself severely. Like, I sing metal music. A lot of people don't believe that. Their jaw drops whenever I say that. Here I am, a female in my 40s, and I sing metal music. That is my therapy. I will pop in a Motionless in White album, or I will to Maria Brink, and I will sing along with them. A lot of times that is the best way to practice, is if you pop in one of your favorite artists and you sing along with them. You try to mimic or follow along with their vocals, and then you can get to a point where you can find your own voice. That's how I practice, is I sing along with metal singers, or I'll even sing along with Pink or Lady Gaga. Like, I love them too. I accept all forms of music, thank you. But I sing along with them, and it is good practice. What a lot of people don't know about me is I used to sing when I was in grade school, and clear up until, I think, it was mostly grade school. I sung in competitions, and I've actually won some second place medals, so that's pretty cool. Enough about me. Let's go back to Jinjer. And like I said, they are going on tour in the Alpharetta area. You can find those tickets on Ticketmaster.com. Not sponsored by Ticketmaster, but hey, Ticketmaster, if you want to sponsor me and give me a press pass and let me do some concert reviews of some of your shows, I would be more than happy to do that. And if anybody wants to sponsor me and wants me to do a concert review for any of the concerts that are happening in the Atlanta area, just let me know. So yes, I'm on Jinjer's official website, and you can find that at https://jinjer-metal.com. And it tells you basically about their tours that they have already done. It tells you about their albums, all that good stuff. Their bio reads through their relentless hard work, nonstop touring, and critically acclaimed chart-breaking release, gaining over 250 million streams/views across all platforms globally. Jinjer are truly one of the modern, and this is in quotations, modern metal's hottest and most exciting bands around today. The band has become synonymous with doing things their own way and breaking every rule in the heavy metal handbook, which they made loudly clear on their hugely successful fourth studio album, Wallflowers. Yeah, definitely go check out their Wallflowers album. And then it gives you their tour dates. They do, like I said, they do have an upcoming tour. The Alpharetta, Georgia one would be the one that I would go to, of course, because I live in the Atlanta area. We won't say exactly where I live. Yeah, so Jinjer, one of my audience members suggested that I do Jinjer, and I am really sorry that I cannot pronounce half the names, but I spelled them for you all because I did not want to be disrespectful and completely mispronounce the names. Yeah, that would not be good. I am infamous for mispronouncing things all the time, and I apologize. I do need to wear my glasses more because unfortunately I'm getting older and can't see. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. I can't see very good. Let's see if there is an actual Jinjer merch website. That way, if any of you are interested in purchasing Jinjer merch, you can definitely do that. It looks like they have an official Jinjer merch website. I would prefer to go to the actual merchandise website because then you know that the band is going to receive more of that money, more of the funds from their merchandise purchases. That's why I waited whenever I went to the Kelsey Carter Billy Idol concert. I waited to purchase Kelsey Carter's vinyl from the actual venue because I wanted to make sure that she received as much as she can, or as much as she does from purchasing the merchandise there. I would much rather purchase the merchandise from the artists themselves or from their website. Sometimes it does take longer, but then you know that you're getting it from the artists. You're going to get high quality material, and that's worth it more for me. I actually purchased a Motionless in White shirt. I purchased one at the concert, but I turned around and purchased one from their actual merchandise store because I wanted to make sure that the artist got as much of the funds from it as possible. Yes, I have it on a teddy bear. Don't judge me. But yes, I have a Motionless in White werewolf shirt right here. It is incredible. The artwork is incredible. This camera does not do it justice. I don't even want to wear it because it's an incredible piece of artwork. Like a lot of the band shirts are incredible pieces of artwork, and I don't want to wear them because I don't want to ruin the artwork. One of my friends suggested to actually put it on a tote bag. Like, you can sew it onto a tote bag, and then because tote bags don't get washed as much as t-shirts, then it would survive more. That particular t-shirt, the werewolf t-shirt, I'm probably going to end up putting it in a shadow box frame because I love the artwork on it. Either that, or I might break down and go back to their website and purchase the poster itself if they have the poster available. I haven't looked recently, but you know. So back to Jinjer. Sorry, I got on a tangent. I love music so much. And it's no secret that Motionless in White is my favorite band, as I'm sure there are a lot of other people's favorite band. But Jinjer is awesome. I have listened to quite a bit of their music, and they are awesome. It would be well worth seeing them in concert. That would be an incredible experience. They have some really awesome t-shirts on their website. If any of you are a huge fan of Halloween like I am, they do have some t-shirts that have jack-o'-lanterns on them, which are incredible. And they have the pumpkin purple t-shirt. And they have the prices listed below. And I don't think that they're very crazy about their prices, but some of these are actually out of stock. But the pumpkin one, it looks like, is still in stock. They don't charge a whole lot for their merchandise, which is incredible. So you can find it at https://jinjer-merch-or.com. So jinjermerch.com. And they have a lot of incredible t-shirts on here. I really like the jack-o'-lantern one because I like Halloween stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in Jinjer merchandise, there you go. And they are on tour right now. I'm not sure how much the tickets are, but you can go to Ticketmaster.com and look up, the tour in your area. Mine happens to be the Atlanta area, and I have been to a few concerts in the Atlanta area. I've been to a Pink concert. I forget where that was at. It's been so long. I think it was at the Civic Center. Yes, it was at the Civic Center in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure that's where her concert happened. It happened in like 2018 or 2019. It was her Beautiful Trauma tour, and I wasn't real close to the stage, but the awesome thing that Pink did during her concert is she actually she flew out over the audience. She had the ability, like the equipment, to fly over the audience, and I thought that was incredible. And they had pillars set up out in the audience that she could, land on and rest on, and aerial acrobatics. It's like incredible. Like, Pink goes on an amazing concert. My husband said that even though he's not like a huge fan of Pink, he can respect that she throws on her incredible concert. He says she does a really good job with throwing on a concert, and he enjoyed the concert just because her shows are amazing. There's not much more I can say about it. And then I've been to the Coca-Cola Roxy in the Atlanta area twice. The first time was for the Trinity of Terror tour, leg 3, which I got VIP tickets to. That was so much fun. Other than getting pummeled to death But, you go to a metal concert, you expect to be pushed, you expect to be shoved, you expect to be kicked in the head from crowd surfers. It's just part of the experience. All in all, that was an incredible concert. The only thing that I was disappointed about at that concert is the fact that Black Veil Bride's set got cut short. Motionless in White set got cut slightly short because of the crowd surfing and the mosh pits. People kept passing out. People kept getting hurt. There was one point that Chris Motionless said, hey, let's, not to be a party pooper, but let's calm down for a moment and take a break from crowd surfing for a moment because these people in the front need a break. So it's getting crazy when the performer on stage actually has something to say about it. I love going to concerts, and I love doing concert reviews. Motionless in White is actually coming back in October to the Coca-Cola Roxy. I put in for press passes again. I'm hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that my press pass and my concert review ticket gets approved. Just keep your fingers crossed, send positive vibes. Dance under the full moon. I don't know. Whatever you have to do. It would be incredible to get to actually be in the camera pit with my professional camera doing what I do best, and that's photography. I am actually a professional photographer. I have taken photography classes. I have a degree in art. I have a degree to prove that I am a professional photographer. Not that you need that, but I am praying to the concert gods at this point, hoping to get a press pass. It would be incredible to be in the camera pit taking some photos of Motionless in White, because last time I took some photos on my phone camera, and even at that I got some really good shots and I got some really good video footage, which I couldn't really show on here because we do not want to infringe upon copyright laws. We're not about that on here, but it would be incredibly awesome to be able to be in the photo pit taking photos of these musicians and catching the passion on film, like the passion that they have for their music and for what they do. I love capturing that on film, and that's what I want to do. I'm a professional photographer. I want to become a concert photographer, and I want to write articles doing concert reviews with my photography. And I have actually written a concert review about the Trinity of Terror tour. You can find it on medium.com. And I wrote all about it. I wrote about my experience. I didn't include any photos on that because I wanted to see if anybody would read it, to be honest. But yeah, I am a professional photographer. I have 2 in art. I have an Associate's of Arts degree, and I have a Bachelor's of Arts. So I would love to do this as a professional career. I would love to be a concert photographer and write concert reviews. That would be awesome. That'd be a dream come true. And I just, like I said at the beginning of this, I think it's funny that I decided to do this episode today, and then yesterday, I think it was just yesterday or a couple of days ago, I was looking up concerts in the area because I'm like, who do I want to put in for a press pass? Because I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. If I get denied for a press pass for this concert, I will keep trying and keep going at it until I break that press pass barrier. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. Just because I get 100 no's does not mean that I'm going to give up. You should always, always follow your dream. And if your dream is to be in a camera pit, in the press pit, taking photos at a concert, then you should follow your dreams. Yeah, like I will keep trying, but I was looking up the concerts in the area and Jinjer popped up and I'm like, that is so funny because I'm going to be doing a dark glitter session about Jinjer. So that's awesome. And thank you to the audience member who suggested Jinjer. I'm very, very sorry that I cannot pronounce the names. I will work on it. I did not want to be disrespectful by mispronouncing the names, so I'm sorry you had to go through me spelling the names out, but I wanted to be respectful and not butcher their names. I hate that. I hate when people butcher my name because of how I spell it. I always tell people my name's spelled selfishly because it ends in me, and they want to pronounce it as Jaime because that's how it's spelled. And it's funny because anytime bill collectors call the house, yes, I'm a normal human. I get bill collectors calling the house too. And a lot of times they're not for me. But they'll ask for Jaime, and I'm like, Jaime doesn't live here. Jamie does, because my name gets mispronounced all the time. It got mispronounced in the military. It's constantly getting mispronounced or misspelled. So I did not want to do that to these amazing musicians, the amazing artists that are in the band Jinjer. I did not want to butcher their names and mispronounce their names because I always hate it when people do that to me, and I did not want to be disrespectful and do that to them. I hope that you all have enjoyed this episode. I know that it was a lot of rambling, a lot of mispronunciation, and a lot of spelling of names, but I hope all in all you have enjoyed this episode. And yes, if anybody wants to sponsor an episode of the Dark Glitter Sessions and you would like me to actually be in person at a concert, reviewing the concert and possibly getting photos, feel free to drop it. I am looking for sponsors for any of my shows. Sponsors for this show would be incredible, because I don't have the money to go to a concert very often. I have to save up to go to those concerts and to do on location concert reviews. So if anybody would like to sponsor me, that would be incredibly awesome and kind. Not expected. I don't expect any funds or anything for this show. I just love doing this show because I am passionate about music. I am passionate about, the incredible lyrics, the incredible artistry, and just I love music. What can I say? I love all forms of music. It's just not just metal music that I love. I love all forms of music. Like there is a musician from every genre that I could talk about because I love all forms of music. So anyhow, I hope you all have enjoyed this episode of the Dark Glitter Sessions. If you would like me to talk about any other musicians, please drop it in the comments. I will do my best to research that band or musician and give you history about that band or musician and talk about them. Until next time, catch you all on the flip side.